So it's the next morning, and that's that time to pull all the masking off. Looking forward to this. It's looking pretty good. The colour match is looking really good. Once I flatten that down and give them that whole sort of buff, that's all going to look lovely. Where are the scissors? Not bad. Let's take you over and have a look, shall we? So that's what we got. And I mean, colour match wise, pretty good. Don't get much better than that, to be fair. Especially when you paint a door edge up to a door edge and do a sill. Normally they'd stand out a little bit. But I'm pretty good at getting my pearls to lay down quite nicely. Got a few little tricks that I do that most painters don't do, and that always seem to work for me. So we're looking good. Obviously the rest of the car is absolutely filthy, quite misty and flat now compared to that. So we got to give the car probably a good wash and a really good buff. Got a couple of little bits on the window. There's a bit of paint gone through here where the tape's lifted up, and here as well. So I'll just get the old blade on that and sort that out. We've got a few little bits to take off like that, but otherwise we're looking pretty good and we blended in really well. Lovely. So I'm working away on these panels, flattening them down. I've probably been doing it for about an hour now, something like that. It's probably my third go. Basically trying to do is just get the whole panel flat. You'll see when I rinse it off in a sec. That if there's any bits that are left over that are not flat, that'll stay bobbly. You'll be able to see it quite easily. It looks easy, but I can assure you it's not. It's pretty hard work. that's only been overnight and got all the fumes coming out of the paintwork as well. So that stink. So you basically get to that stage and you wash it all down. Now it looks lovely. That's sort of the end result we're going to want, but it's not quite where we want to be right this minute. We want to know everything's flat, so we're going to pull the trigger on this. We're going to flatten some of this down, and then we'll see where we are basically. So as you can see, most of it is flat. We want a nice smooth finish. Where you can see these bits here, if I go close, see where there's still some shiny bits and they're still a bit bobbly. We want to get rid of all them, that's what we're trying to do. Them little bits like that, they're little bits of dust and stuff. And we're just trying to remove all that lot until we get a completely smooth, flat surface. Now I know the two colours don't look right at the moment, but it's only because I haven't buffed it. But this is just a case of literally getting everything as flat as possible, getting rid of all the dust on the whole panels, and then that should give us the best possible results. So I'll carry on doing all this, and I'll let you have a look when I finish it. Okay, so that's all sanded down. I'm going to wipe it down with some panel wipe degreaser now. Gives you an idea of what it's going to look like when it's finished. I'll do this door as well because I'm getting ready to start buffing the whole car up. Obviously we come down into this bumper as well. Just a bit dusty, but otherwise that's nice. So there we go. It's obviously looking a bit lighter at the moment. It's got to be buffed, and then the colours from underneath will sort of stand out a bit more, and we'll be looking good. So I've been sanding and cutting this back for a good 2 or 3 hours now, all the way along this side. I'm now going to take this off and let's see what we get. Not looking bad. I'll take it over and give you a close-up. So that's what we got. Lovely mirror finish. Pretty good. Blended into the bumper. All the way across this door. Into this door. And as you can see, all the pearls are jumping as they should. The whole of this side's looking pretty good. Okay everyone, so we've done the roof. As you can see, nice and shiny. Was fairly hard work, but 2 or 3 passes and that come up like that. We've also done the bonnet and the whole front end. And we now got the car jacked up on the driver's side. And we're about to tackle this side. I've done this wing. And then work my way along here. Doing all the bottoms inside the doors, windows and stuff at the same time. Rear quarter and then the back end. Well, sorry I haven't been filmed that much, but it's all been sort of detailing, mopping, sanding and just getting this car looking really good. And as you can see, we've got a mega shine on it now. All the way down. Lovely jubbly. Mirror finish. Same on the windows. I've just done this quarter. Everything's just blended in lovely. The only thing I haven't done is the other side of this boot and just down the bottom of this side of the bumper. Done this side. I've just had a good old sand and buff on the lights as well, and they're like brand new now. So it's really coming on. The hardest probably bit has been getting that roof to shine and getting the bonnet to shine, but they're both looking glassy now and looking lovely. As you can see, such a weird colour because that's blue, but then if you go to a different angle, as you can see, it changes to green. So every angle you stand at, you get a different colour. Makes it fun to do, but yeah, we're certainly getting there with it, and that's looking really good. So I've got the rest of the boot done. This light, back of the bumper, and I'm sort of looking at the boot here, and as you can see, there's some marks, and I was trying to work out what it was. And I've just realised that someone screwed over the Peugeot badges and stuff off. Like these ones here. So what I've done is I've gone outside, I've got a breaker outside, a silver one. I'll whip these off, and I'm gonna whack them on here where they're meant to be. And that should finish that off quite nicely. So I'll let you have a look once I've got them fitted. Well, I've got the old badges and that all rigged up, so let's have a look, shall we? I think I look pretty good myself. She gives it that little bit of extra look. They're nice and chromy. It's hard to pick up on camera, but you look pretty good with the badge in the middle and then the 206 over the side. Not bad. Starting to look like a really nice car now. Okay, so we're finished running the bodywork now. So now it's a case of always get the jack in the right place. You don't want to bend your sills. And the plan is now to get this wheel off and sort this wheel out. It's got some curbing around the edges, a bit of corrosion in the middle. This car's come with like 2 lock and wheel nuts on each wheel and then odd studs as well, so that's a pain, but I'll sort that out. So just undone the wheel. Got some funny little spline studs on that one. Get this in the air. Should be enough. So beside of these wheels are not too much of a pain to get flattened down. Already done the front one on a previous week while I was working on some other cars. Just thought I'd do it because that was quite a bad one. That one had all chunks out the sides and that was really, really flaky. All the lacquer had come off a wheel, that was quite bad, whereas this one's actually not too bad at all. It's more on the edge of this one. All the tyres on the car are like brand new, like they were put on last week, so that's a bonus. Ooh, okay. Got a bit of paint on the edge of that tyre and I was thinking the bag must have blew up the cover. So I'll give you a closer look at this and see what we've got to work with. So this is what we got. We're looking at sorting out these curb marks on these edges. Quite a lot of it actually, to be fair, all the way around. And then we've got the corrosion all in this inner bit. And here we'll pop this centre cap out. We'll get in there, we'll get this all sanded down. We'll sand down all these spokes in between all these spokes. And hopefully get this wheel sorted. So we're about to cover this car up. Obviously it's all freshly buffed and looking really nice. Last thing we want to do is put all sand and dust from wheels all over it and spoil it. Let's get it covered up. I've got the wheel that you just saw me take off to do, and I've got both on this side to do. And like I say, I've already done the other front one last week while I was working on other cars. I was doing that one in between, waiting for filler to dry and stuff like that, paint to go off. So I've got a bit of a head start on the wheels. Quite nice. What's going on with this? Don't think I'll cut it off now. I think I'll just leave that there. That'll keep it trapped down. Should keep it nice and tidy. Right, let's focus on these wheels then. Okay, so I've got myself set up for these wheels. Got the old round DA sander. Gonna put a Abranet 80 disc on there, which is a good quality sanding disc. Gonna pop the old centre cap out. Hopefully. It's corroded in well. Cool. Yeah, there's definitely a bit of corrosion in there. They go sort of salty and corrode up in the centres, but shouldn't be too bad to do. Got the old blow gun for blowing it all down. And then the most important, the old mask. 3M mask, not sponsored or anything. Just like using this stuff. Okay, so hopefully you can still hear me. I'm all masked up. And I'm now going to have a go at some of these nasty bits. You saw them on the camera a little while ago. So let's have a go. See what we can do to them. Okay, so you get the idea. I'll probably put an hour into this wheel and I'll bring you back and show you where we are. So, been sanding for a good while now, and as you can see, we've smoothed off loads and loads of that around the edge of the wheel. Still got a few little dips and bits and pieces, but we're now going to mask up and get rid of all them, but we're well on our way of getting this one sorted. Whew. Got a mask up, obviously then what I'll get none of the fillers or anything on the tyre, just to make it more hassle. Basically slide the straight edge of the masking tape underneath the side of the wheel, and that just masks off the edge. Pretty straightforward once you get used to it anyway. Pretty much there, 3/4 round. What I'm going to use is a I'll have to use like a little tough compound filler. You can actually get a proper alloy wheel one. I think I'll grab that. It's got little bits of metal in, it just makes it a bit stronger. Not that it really matter too much, just on the edge of this wheel, there's hardly anything to be honest. Not making any difference to the strength of the wheel. Right, so that's sorted. I'm going to mix up some alloy wheel filler and let's sort it. So we're all filled up around the edges. I'll leave that now to go nice and hard. And obviously we've got to sand it all smooth and shape it all up. While we're waiting for that, we can get in here and get some of this done, which is cool. So we'll do that now. So I've rubbed down all the centre. I've sort of shaped up around the edges where the filler and that is. I've still got to sand it all down because it's still soft at the moment. But I've done in all here. I've got into all the wheel nut thingies. I'm now going to use a bit of Scotch-Brite, which is a bit of abrasive pad, and do all the spokes and stuff. You literally have to do every single one, get in every little bit. If there's any bit you miss, basically the paint won't stick. It probably takes a couple of minutes per spoke sort of thing. Just got to get all the shiny paint off. Any dirt, if there's any brake dust or anything like that as well. Pretty much got to be nice and smooth and flat like that. Not an easy job. Bit of a pain in and out all the spokes and stuff, but has to be done to get a nice job. If you've got any little flaky bits of paint and stuff like that, they have to come off, and then you have to sand down with probably 180, 320, 500, something like that. Luckily enough, on these spokes and inside these wheel, or on this wheel anyway, there's no peel down the side of the spokes or anything, which is nice, because that front one over there, every single one of these was all flaked. I had to strip every single one of these off, all in the sides, and back to bare wheel, which weren't very nice. Which is why I done that one first, to get it out of the way. It's not very nice. It's a long old job. When you strip them like that, you can pay to have them blasted, but the price that cost would be more than what the wheels are worth. So I sort of do it this way, really. I mean, I'm not doing a show car job or anything on this, otherwise I would literally have them chemically cleaned and stripped down. But they will be very, very nice. With a couple of coats of primer, 2 or 3 coats of silver, and 2 or 3 coats of lacquer, they will be looking like brand new wheels. So I'll carry on, because you're going to want to watch me do that for an hour, and hopefully get on with this wheel. Then by the time I get to that stage of sanded all that, that will then be time to rub the outside down, get that all nice and smooth, and then wax some primer on. So not too bad. Probably what, hour and a half, 2 hours per wheel. It's going to take a day's work for most people, but that's half a day for me. I normally do about 12 hours. So let's get these done. Okay, so a couple of hours have passed. I've been all the way around the edges, inside and out, smoothed them all out completely, done in and out every single spoke, up and down all the wheel nut holes. Just removing the masking paper. It's basically there to just stop any of the bits of filler going around the edges and onto the tyre. Don't think we've got any down there, but we'll just skim round just in case with a filler spreader. A couple of little bits on this side. Obviously you don't want that sitting there behind your wheel looking ugly. To be fair, as soon as you went down the road with it, the tyre would move around it and that would just come out anyway, but better to be nice and tidy. And so I've got to remask up again now, and that one's ready for some primer. Lovely jubbly. Not bad for 2 hours work. Don't get me wrong, most of them don't take 2 hours. Some of them, one wheel could take a whole day if they're really, really bad. Okay, so they're all masked up and they're now in primer. As you can see, no more curbing around the edges. Lovely jubbly. All looking nice around the middle, around the wheel nut area, and all the spokes looking nice. Pretty good. So I've been in the back brakes and I've adjusted everything. Just wanted to check out the shoes and stuff like that and the cylinders, and they're all like brand new. So it was just a case of adjusting them. I noticed that the foot pedal had a little bit of travel in it, but that's all it was. So I've sorted that out and I've repainted them as well. So they look a bit tidier. The wheels down there, all painted up, tyres all painted, ready to go back on. Then it's the case of, I do need to take that one back off and sand down and paint the caliper. And then I've got to do the other side. So I've still got a fair bit to get through. Obviously got to do the brake on this side as well. The wheels on this side are a bit more corroded up than them other ones, as you can see. But nothing we can't do. The outside is not as bad on this wheel, so pretty cool. We've got a little friendly snail there, look. Crawling about on the tyre. I'm not sure what this front one's like. Not too bad. Yeah, the rim's actually quite nice on this one. There's a little bit there, and there's a bit in there, as to be expected. So, same sort of work again on this side, so I won't film it all and show you it all over again, because obviously you'll see me do the other side. So I'll just get through all that, get that all done, put it on the ground, uncover it, and we'll have a little look when it's all finished. So as I've done the back brakes, thought I'd better do the front as well. Looking quite nice. Sorry it's a bit dull. I've got a lot of the lights turned off on the unit now, so I'm now about to go home and have some dinner and get washed up, etc. I'll be back on this again in the morning. Got another wheel sitting down here at the moment. Lovely jubbly. Starting to look good. So just a little update of where I am on the other side. Doing this wheel, just put it in primer. Looking pretty good. Took a little while to sand down. I've just finished doing the brakes on the rear of the driver's side, so they're all good. Took the front wheel off, and that's over here, and that one's literally just gone in primer as well. So I'm sort of getting there. I'm getting busy, getting them done. I've got to sand down these brakes now and black them up, which I'll do right this minute. Then they'll all be blacked, and then hopefully in an hour's or so's time, these wheels will be ready to start putting some silver on, and then hopefully some lacquer. Okay, so been really busy. Sanded, primed, painted, done the tyres on this wheel. Got stuff all over the place at the moment because I'm just doing everything on this car at the moment. Done the same on this wheel as well. All sanded, primed, painted, lacquered, tyres painted, all sorted. Brakes are all rubbed down, been painted. Look a lot better. Got a little bit on the disc scale, just got to wipe that off. Same on the back end, all sorted. We're sort of starting to get there with it now. Sitting there with a nice shine, get these wheels on once the tyre paint is dry, and it will start to look quite nice. Let's have a little peek under the other side now, all the wheels are dry on this side, shall we? Yeah, look quite nice, don't they? I might just get in there with a little touch-up brush and just paint the actual wheel nuts to make them look nice and a bit fresher. But otherwise, looking really good, and the car's looking quite nice. Just keeping it covered up at the moment because obviously I've been spraying wheels and stuff, so there's still a bit of haze in the air sort of thing. I don't want it to come down all over the car. But yeah, we're getting on quite nicely now. So all the wheels and everything are back on. I've uncovered it, and this is what it's looking like all back together. I think it's looking quite nice, all nice and shiny. The wheels stand out, tyres look good. Whole car's looking good now, all the windows are reflecting. All the lights look really, really shiny. And the whole car's just sort of come together and looking really good. Can't wait to get it down the road now and get some really nice photos of it. And then that's sort of the end of that one. It's time to put it up for sale. Move on to the next one. Not sure what we're doing next, but you'll be the first to know as soon as I pick. It's probably going to be that Silver Fiesta.